Blessed love, everybody. One Love Caravan here with Daniel once again. Yes, we are in the hills of Malaga. Yeah, and today we have a special topic to talk to you about, and it's child abuse. Yes.
Oh, very interesting topic. A topic that the most people they cannot talk about that because in this Western society, yeah, the most of the people they get abused. Yeah, at least we get abused, psychology like in the through the media. Okay, so in the television, and there is. Again, there is a spiritual abuse as well. It's like prostitution. Yeah, there is the physical prostitution, but there is the spiritual prostitution. Okay.
And
So,
how does
yeah.
that work? The spiritual
Yeah,
prostitution.
well, it's making like look. It's again. What if you what you imagine? This is real. You know. So again, if you have fantasies, yeah, about things, yeah, it wants to become physical. It starts in the mind that you have these fantasies, and then it wants to become physical. So the prostitution, before it starts even in the physical, because the prostitution is to make money, isn't it? But we live in this money system, so that's why. So it's a thing. So it's like you can see very well. Okay, immigrants from Africa coming here. They get in these immigrant centers. They're not able to work. They get no papers. They cannot legally work. So the man will sell drugs. And the woman will go to prostitution, okay? And the drug abuse, yeah, it's intertwined with prostitution. Prostitution, drug abuse, pornography, child abuse,
It's all one.
it's all one. And all these things is Satanism. So in fact, this thing, it's Satanism. Because if you study Satanism, you will see that it has a history. And if you study what they call the pedophiles, yeah, you will see it has a history. There is certain,
Yeah, it comes from. We have records of ancient Greece, the philosophers.
we have records of Sodom and Gomorrah, isn't it? We have records of in the Bible, for example, of these things going on. Again, sodomy is coming. This word has to do with Sodom and Gomorrah. Sodoma, in fact, was a woman, yeah, wasn't it? A woman who would prostitute herself, and he would found this great city, who got judged by God Himself. So that's it is. So this civilization, which is based, it's a Roman. We are in the Roman. Again, law and the Roman time. That's why.
So you would
yeah.
say that it's some sort of a Roman tradition.
Oh,
but
yeah, the Roman,
Where
they
does
were-
the Roman come from?
Again, the Roman culture, which is anti-culture, yeah, it's
It's inversion.
it's the inversion. So the Romans, they had again, it's a child sacrifice, yeah. So the Greeks they did the same, yeah. So all these again wicked kingdoms, they would sacrifice the child, and the prostitution is there. So again, it has it's the anti-culture again, because Satan, he got jealous, yeah. So he wanted to deceive. So again, this is as ancient as humanity, yeah.
So how does the child abuse happen through the media, or how is it an entrance to child abuse? The media. How do they
it's,
manipulate?
again, it is suggestion. Okay, so again, if there is, for example, there is videos. They show you certain praxis. They show you certain things. Yeah. If you see this as a child, this is as like a shocking experience. I remember when I first, because there was in television, they showed these things, yeah? So when I was a small child and I first time saw something like this, like what is a soft porn or what this kind of things, because on television, you will be very nervous, you will get agitated. So there is spirits there. Spirits, yeah? So there is chakra points, there is all things, it's intentionally, it's designed, yeah, to suggest you something that you want to do, you fantasize with that. So you want to do that in the physic. But then you're searching for that, but it's not open. So because society, again, is not prepared for that. Society we got prepared with the Bible and that this is wicked. These practices are wicked. And if you do this, you will be destroyed. Yeah, that's what we learned.
Immoral
exactly.
practices.
But then, again, the very people who do this, they founded the European Union. Because, you know, the very people who did this, it's the ones who made the slave trade. And exactly what they did with the slaves.
And what about the cartoons? You know, children love to watch cartoons.
Yeah, again,
have a big influence.
Again, all the stories belong to Anansi. So every story is a story for children. You know, because a story must be. A mind of a child must be able to understand that. Then it's a good story. Yeah. If a child would not understand it, then it's not a good story. You know. So they start with small. Yeah. By small, they show you when you're very small. With these nursery rhymes again and all these things, they program you to give you an input. Yeah. There's a boy dressed as a girl. He give you this input. Yeah. Again, like one Benjamin is singing. Bugs Bunny is a transvestite. Yeah. And they didn't tell you this, but it is true. The whole behavior of Bugs Bunny. Yeah. And you will see. You got the input, then you try, you want to try this because you think, yeah, if Bugs Bunny doing this, let's see why he's doing that. Let's try it. So it's suggestion, you know. If they show you a hamburger, they make publicity for McDonald's.
That's really good,
and the child sees that. They want to go to see Ronald McDonald, you know. And they want to play in the playground in Ronald McDonald. They want to eat the chicken nuggets like the first time when I was a small child, and I saw it's the same. Like if you the first time see these videos, you get excited and you want more of that. So
you get hooked.
You get hooked on that easily. It's like the first time the first time I went to McDonald's. Yeah, I wanted the chicken nuggets because I've seen them on television. So all the products actually, Coca-Cola and all these brands that we know, I saw them they made publicity on television. So the television makes publicity for the product that you then might buy. So if the through again pornography, they make publicity for prostitution, isn't it?
So they suggest how a man and a woman should behave.
Yes.
When having intimacy.
I grew up in Switzerland, and we have proverbs, and I will not tell them now, and I will not even translate them because it's just wicked. And this has to do with child abuse. So you see that is in their anti-culture. Because we had in Switzerland, again, I have videos talking about this, that we had, they had slaves in Switzerland, always. That's like I say, the people in Switzerland, the Swiss, they're all slaves. And they're not aware of that. Because in Switzerland, you had really, every farmer had slaves. And these slaves were children. And they had many orphanages. Actually, they would collect children everywhere and bring them to Switzerland. Yeah, so there is
Like
internet.
a
That's why. For example, when we talking now about this, the birth certificate has to do with this. The birth certificate, it's already you sell your soul to the devil. And they say that the birth certificate, it's necessary for education and all this stuff. No, it's necessary for international child trafficking.
Child abuse.
For that, it is necessary because the product needs a paper. Yeah, so this is would be your, how does it call it?
Description.
This description, yeah. So that you can nowadays order children in the internet and like a product. It is because, yes, these children are nothing else than a product.
So,
They trade. Again, it's like a dog is a human. It's not a human being, yeah, but it's a living being. But as the dog is declared only a material, so you can make insurance on the dog, you can sell a dog, and you can buy a dog, and you can buy a dog, and you can do with this dog whatever you want at home. You can make videos of these dogs and all this, and that's what people are doing, huh? So everyone who has a dog, you know, watch out. So, hey, the thing is like this. So that's what they also do with the children. But there are people not aware of that. Or they want to ignore that. It's in your face. It's in your face. And everyone knows from his own family that this is happening.
So we all know that United Nations, it's a corrupt institution and it's hijacked. But they have UNICEF. UNICEF, it's like a worldwide fund to support childhood and children. So how are they involved also into this?
Yeah, they're highly involved. Why? Because this is the child traffickers. They now, UNICEF, it's like the Rotary Club. They're only investing in wickedness. You know, they only in vaccines and in the registration and this and that and that. So they say now that it's necessary to have a birth certificate, because without birth certificate you cannot have no education. That's what they're telling you, and that's why it's so necessary to. And they work together now with Cameroon a lot. Because Cameroon is an abomination, you know. It's like, again, like Nigeria, yeah, like Congo, like Angola. There is countries, there are still, this is the colonizers. This is fake countries. This has nothing to do with, this is to fool people. So Cameroon, and there is a very bad kingdom there called the Bamoun Kingdom. These are really evil people. I can just say that. It's only wickedness in the Bamoun Kingdom. And I know that this branch of the Bamoun Kingdom, which is in Angola, they're highly involved. That's the wizards who are attacking us, because we are involved with spreading and exposing, you know, the truth, and exposing the lies, let's say, and spreading the truth.
What are they doing?
They're doing exactly this: human trafficking, prostitution. And
yeah, I heard that the king, what is the name of the king again?
From where?
From the Bamoun.
Bamoun is a sultan.
Sultan,
and
yes.
They call the one now called, I don't know the first, I don't remember now the first name, but it's Njoya. Njoya, it's again Ibrahim Njoya was the one who, the first king of the Bamoun Kingdom. But this Bamoun Kingdom, it's built by the German Empire. And the German Empire, because the German Empire has colonized Cameroon.
Yeah, I
Yes.
can put a link to the video where you
Yes.
explain very well what's
Yes.
about the Bamun Kingdom.
So
So
yes.
this Sultan, he is officially the ambassador for UNICEF. He's like on a rally to register. He's like the number one
wow.
in registering children
They
and
say he's a champion for children.
champion. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Yeah, just study, you will see. Yeah, because because people waking up, and they don't now in the West. They don't register like we self. We don't register our daughter like in a corporate fiction. So I have no birth certificate from a corporation. Yeah, for my child, because also to have a birth certificate you must be born in a hospital. Our daughter is not born in a hospital. Even if you're not born in a hospital, if you go after to the registration, they will make you a birth certificate. But we didn't do this because we know what it's all about. And what it's all about is, again, they put a debt on your life, they declare you as dead, and that's why they can trade you.
And also, when you sign the birth certificate, you are giving your consent to a shared custody
Yes.
with the government.
Yes.
So that's why they
So
they
one is
feel that they need to
obliged,
involve
yeah.
in the education.
Yes. So we should educate the people in general about the law, about the history, about human rights. Yeah. Because the human rights, we don't need to talk about no other rights than human rights.
What about the child rights? So they
It's,
come with this.
The
they
children are
human
also
beings.
humans, you know.
Yes,
So I'm fed up with all these things. So I'm so fed up with all these things, you know, because I know what is going on. So I left Switzerland with 19 years because it's impossible to live there. So people must know where is where they do all these things, who is doing this, and you know, it's everything already debunked. Everything, because there are many victims already
All over,
told
yeah.
everything, and we know who is who and why.
So we
Yeah.
are now located in Spain against our will, but Jah knows why we are still here. What is your impression on because we know that the Queen has villages of children. Do you have any insider knowledge on that?
We
or
know,
do
we
you
know, we know that this royalty, the European royalty, there is only one kingdom which is legitimate, which is descended from the Gothic kingdoms, which is the Danish. The rest is hijacked by Habsburgers and the Bourbon. Well, like I said, this Kaiser, this is from Roman. It's the Roman Kaiser who turned the German Kaiser. This is, again, the dynasty of the Habsburgers and all these things, and the Anglo-Saxon and all these things. This is not the Gothic kings. So it's not the legitimate kings. And these unlegitimate kings, like we have here in Spain, or in Belgium, or in England, they're descendants of the Roman Kaisers. So
and
what
they
did this-
have traditions of doing this
of
practice.
doing this incest
children.
and child
Blood sacrifice.
sacrifice, blood sacrifice, etc., etc. That's why they persecuted the Jews, then later the Christians. So it's always the wicked against the faithful ones. It's always the same. And it's always good over evil, and good always wins the evil. So now, see, so it's now, we went 1 year in Ceuta, so I know how this is
Ooh,
working.
yeah, Ceuta is-
Because these miners, like say,
That's what I want to. What happens to the children?
Mm-hmm.
Because many people swim from Morocco to
Yes.
Ceuta,
Yes.
which is like 100 meters
Yes.
distance.
yes, but they risk their
children-
lives because again they have to swim
Far, yeah.
far because close to the border there is control. So many die there, and it's actually a stupid thing to do. But it's now already like something that you prove your faith, you prove your bravery, that you become a man and then you swim to Europe or something. But it should be now the other side.
what's hap-
Europeans, we should swim to Africa, because now I'm telling you, they swim for example, with 12 years or 13 or
8,
15,
9,
8 years,
yeah,
we
yeah.
have seen that. And then you swim there, and then they go to the police, yeah,
Or
and
they get
want to
collected,
yeah,
yeah.
they get collected anyhow. No one can oblige them to join, but they will meet you in the streets and they will ask you if you want to join in this group. For example, organization. For example, here in Spain, at the time called SAMU.
And they are funded by Caja Bank.
Yes,
no?
they're founded by the bank.
The bank. Yeah.
So they are founded by by evil people. But
What happens to them?
yeah, it's a child trafficking. That's what all. So, as these people coming from another country, from a kingdom, which is Morocco, and they come now into Europe. Yeah. So this organization says now, okay, we have the custody of this child. If the child, so they don't follow the law. They don't bring this child back to their parents. They make even no investigation, nothing. They just take the child and
send them to Spain or
yeah, they say okay, now this man is now the doctor, how this called the it's on the custody of a man, of a Spanish man.
Yes.
And this Spanish man is now like the father, so he can decide. Yeah, isn't it? So this is if that not is like, what is that? It is child trafficking. That's for sure. Because if you would follow the law, you would bring these children back to their parents, because they somehow escaped. But then they say, yeah, no, but they sent from their parents. I say, okay. And they sent by their parents, but their parents, they don't know that Europe is controlled by child abusers. That they don't know. And they don't know that there is no charity in Europe. There is no help in Europe. There is nothing for the poor. There is everything against the faithful and the righteous ones. That is Europe. Europe is built by the fascists who lost the Second World War. That I can prove, and that is the truth and the facts.
So, but going back to the children, what happens to because the girls, we only see boys in Ceuta, because they keep them there until they're full age, no? And the girls, what happens?
No, wasn't it the ones like this president of
Berlusconi?
Yeah, of Italy.
There was a scandal.
Silvio Berlusconi. He had like this very young Moroccan model as girlfriend. And then we know it's all about that. You know, it's all about that. It's again prostitution, pornography, and this is because these videos, this is a currency. They use these videos, this child pornography and all this thing. They use it as a currency. It's a money they pay. And also like these parties but there's scandals already erupted. We already know there was there's so many scandals, and more scandals now coming up, because the victims, they need to talk. It's very important. It's judgment days anyhow. There is nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, but everyone must and can redeem. Because again, it's like saying in the Bible, it doesn't matter what you did wrong. If you do the good, you know, then all your sins will be. Right. When you die, you're doing the good. All your sins will be forgotten. But if you did good, and then you do wrong, and you die doing wrong, it doesn't matter whether you did the good. You died doing wrong. So please don't die doing wrong. Okay? So please, if you choose the good, choose the truth. If you have experience with that, if you got abused, or if you know of someone who got abused, or you have experience with that, please speak. Please speak, because it's very important.
Your silence, your agree.
Your silence, your agree, and it's enough that the good don't say anything, that the bad wins. So it's our duty to to say the truth, okay?
When you fail, you are bad.
Yeah, if you fail, you're bad. Exactly. Don't fail, eh? Please, people, we have to be very careful in these times again. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, and like and share. And it's for the future and the saving and the education of the children. Okay. So thank you. Blessed
One
love.
Love Caravan.
Like and share.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you so much, Daniel. Rastafari. Give thanks.